Hi folks, how you doing? RussellTrueResults303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box. Mind, Body, Spirit, Fitness. Put in the Healing Back in Health. When you're at the website, get your free download, Setting Goals, Fitness, and Nutrition. Follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there. Links down below in description land. Coming at you with the official week 1 of Ironman training. Well, this is going to be last week, but I'm doing it. So this will actually be week D, because I renamed them. Because I had the first 4 as 1, 2, 3, or the first 3, and I switched it to ABC. So this is going to be D. This will be last week. So this is because today's Monday. Yesterday was official day 1. So what happened? How did it go? Went pretty well, to tell you the truth. I had a bad swim day. I had a good swim day. I would like to say I don't understand why, but I do understand why. So I was eating horribly, doing things I shouldn't have been doing. When I had my really good swim, I was eating better, drinking more water, all those types of things. So what happened was I started running again. I didn't get too much biking in because we had a lot of rain, snow here in Colorado last week. So I didn't get much cycling in, maybe one day, not sure. But I did another 25, 27 lap swim, which is great. That was about the same, 32, 33 minutes, something like that. Felt really great. Then I tried to get in the pool one other time, and it was literally, I was all phlegmy. I don't know. I was at my lady's house, her brother's house for a birthday. They have a dog and a cat. When I had my own dog, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'd kind of break out in hives a little bit. But by the end of that, I did have a beer or two there. But by the end of leaving there, I was so phlegmy in the throat, breathing and wheezy. And then the next day when I got in the pool on Sunday, it was the exact same thing. There was a lot of phlegm in there, so I probably tried to swim. There was a lot of stopping. I probably still knocked out about 15, 20 laps, but that definitely took a lot longer to get those in. One thing I noticed for me for swimming, so one of the techniques I picked up that I don't really know if I watched it in the video. One thing I know that I watched in the video is they say when your hands entering the water, you want it to kind of be going in a downward motion already, because if you're coming in and kind of going up, you're cutting yourself, and the water's hitting here, and it's going to really mess up give you more drag or whatever they want to call it. So what I was doing though, and it felt really good, was if I'm swimming, right, and I'm down here, heads down, I think what I was doing a lot that really messed it up was I'm coming here, and I'm more of coming out and almost slapping the water and coming through. So instead I was here, and I was about entering the water about that far from my head is what I do now. Then come down and pull, enter the water about here, come down and pull. So once I did that, I felt better. It released a lot of the stress in my shoulders. I have a lot of shoulder pain usually. Definitely stretching more once I started to take the time to stretch and not worry about if I got a lane or not, then I was able to actually have less shoulder pain. Makes sense? You're stretching, opening up, getting yourself ready for the activity. That should be a no-brainer. Just sometimes when there's only 4 to 5 lanes at the swimming pool, you don't always get a lane, and then you have to sit there and you wait. And who knows how long you're going to have to wait if a lot of those people just got in. I've had someone come up to me and be like, hey, can I jump in with you? So maybe it's just becoming more comfortable in asking people if you can share a lane. That might be a decent thing as well. But so that went well. Had a really good swim, a really bad swim. Started running again in my new running shoes. Let me grab them real quick. I ended up getting 2 pairs, and I really like them, to tell you the truth. So I got these 2 pairs. I got the Ultra. This is the 2.0, so this is last year's model. Got that big toe box. It's supposed to be barefoot running without the barefoot toe shoes. So it's 0 drop, which means from front to here is exactly the same distance. So it'd be like you're running on a flat surface versus, I just threw away some of my other shoes. But most shoes, if you look at the ones you're most likely wearing, it's higher here than it is here. so it's almost like you're at an angle like that a majority of the time anyways. So this, then with that wide toe box, it gives you ability, they say, when you're stepping, for your toes to actually spread out while you run, kind of like that. So I like them. And then I was actually able to get shoes that work for me because I never knew this. I decided I was going to actually go to a running store, even though I didn't want to pay the big price. So the new version of these, the 2.5s, were $125, $130. This is last year I got on Amazon for $80. So I got one more, one to run in, one to work in. But you can see it's even kind of got the design of the toe. I like it just because I consider myself having fat feet. I am neutral, so this is one of the shoes they suggested. It was, that just meant they put me on a treadmill to see what my feet and ankles were doing when I was running, all those types of things, and I was a neutral and not a stability. And for me it was weird because when I stepped onto these shoes I could actually feel my arches like getting tired. And my only thought on it is that since that was happening, it was the first time that my shoe or my foot was actually used to being in, or had ever been in, the correct shoe. So it's starting to roll and do what it's supposed to do, when before I was just buying whatever, and it was most likely a stability shoe. And it could be because it's a flat as well, now that I think about it, because it's a flat, zero drop. So now I'm flat here, so it's allowing it to do the same thing versus always kind of being up and then rolling. But it could have been I wasn't in a true natural shoe. I could have been in a stability shoe, which I don't know. I never really even knew that. So that's what I'm going with here. I'm rocking these Ultras. My boss makes fun of me, saying it's the clown shoe, but I like them. I think they're pretty awesome. So that, like I said, swimming, instead of reaching out and slapping, I'm trying to come in at that angle and just enter the water a little bit earlier with my hand. I know it's just trying to create it a little bit shorter to enter the water, but still get into full extension and rotating a little bit. Now I'm working on trying to time that kick with that, just because the kick is strange. I've been thinking about actually going and just hiring a swim coach for a couple lessons just to see what's going to happen, but who knows? I'm cheap, might not want to do that. Other than that, like I said, that was week D of training. Those were the 4 weeks, months leading up to it. Yesterday was the actual first day of official week 1, 16-week training. And for now, my boss is just shooting me emails of what's going on because I don't work for the next couple days. But got to be doing that. Got me a workout partner, at least for the runs. My lady and I are running. Proud of her. She ran her first official 5 miles at one time, which is good for her. So she'll most likely definitely end up being my running partner, depending on what she's got going on today. We'll go run. I swam a little bit this morning, but only about 15-20 minutes, just trying to work on form, trying to get in there and kind of work and rotate around and see what I can do. Didn't really want to make it a workout, so just for me, even slowing down. They say you need to slow down. For me, I'm just like, just power through it. I need to focus on slowing down, which is very difficult for me. So, there you go. Week D. Next video will be the official week 1 training vlog for the Ironman. Let you know how that goes once the eating and everything starts to get on track. So once again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, the podcast. All those links are down below. Subscribe to this channel. Share and like these videos.